honest boy advice that you probably don't want to hear. Bestie, I am going to hold your hand while I tell you this. If you are wondering if a guy likes you, he doesn't. If a guy genuinely likes you, you're not wondering, you're not confused, you're not questioning. You will know if he likes you. No matter what you say to him, no matter how many times you ask him, he will not change unless he wants to. Guys only change if they want to, and you can't make them want to.
Wow, that's fantastic work, man. You have the wisdom of a 6,000 or 7,000-year-old man. That's fantastic. We don't have to fill up the whole blackboard after all.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to correct you there, Crazy Eyes. Chad doesn't like you, and Chad's not gonna change for you, and no, your stinky scum portal of hellish regrets aren't enough to make Chad want to keep you. Come on, it's not like that matters or anything. Even if this guy clearly doesn't like you, you'll fool yourself into thinking he does. Meanwhile, the legitimately good guy will make it perfectly clear that he likes you, and you'll either play dumb or find a reason to loathe him. Either that, or you'll just rely on fate to guide your hand as you lead a life of crippling solitude and makeup tutorials. Because at the end of the day, you'd rather be alone if you can't be with the man you think you deserve. After all, there's more sympathy to be had there, and it gives you an excuse to endlessly complain. Which works for me because it guarantees that I'll never run out of work.
If a guy tells you that you're too good for him, it is not a flattering compliment, it is a warning. Bestie, take my advice on this. If his mom tells you that you are way too good for her own son, let's just say there's probably a reason she's saying that to you. You are never asking for too much, you've just been asking the wrong person, because one person's, oh, you're asking for too much, is another guy's literally bare minimum. If he calls every single girl he's ever dated or every single girl he's ever been with crazy, there is somebody crazy in the relationship, and it was not the girls.
Psycho.
Hey lady, you'd be asking for a free cup of coffee and you'd still be asking for too much. Hell, you could be asking for a free pick out at the dumpster behind the supermarket and you'd be asking for too much. How can you be asking for anything when all you do is demand everything? It's always about what you want and what you deserve and what men must do to accommodate your headache-inducing brand of psycho. Just listen to yourself. You're demanding that men change in order to be with you. But why should he? The only men who change for their women are the ones who get broken down by someone who refuses to respect him. Is that what you're trying to say? That you're incapable of respecting men or something? Well, then I guess it's probably a good thing that I don't introduce you to my mother. She's incapable of respecting anybody as useless as you.
Okay, really simple. The love of your life is not a liar. Think about it. Your husband, the father of your children, the love of your life, he's not a liar. When somebody shows you who they really are, you have to believe them. The red flags that you try and ignore at the very beginning of your relationship will be the reason that your relationship ends. Okay, let me know if you guys want a part 2. Love you.
Women should stay home and make babies.
Does anybody else find it ironic that the woman who's applying endless amounts of makeup is the same one who's accusing men of being liars? Now, I will agree to a certain extent. Relationships that are built on a foundation of lies aren't exactly what I would refer to as healthy, but I don't see how you can say that we're the liars when you can't even admit to yourself that you're a terrible girlfriend. You're holding out for the quote-unquote love of your life and the father of your children as if he's some mythical hero who's going to save you, but that's not going to happen. He's busy clipping his toenails and going online to play old school Counter-Strike for the weekend. It's called having better things to do, woman. It's a concept you clearly don't understand. And as much as I would love to reassure you that you will one day, I'm not going to bother. You have a monopoly on false hope, and I really don't feel like claiming any of that for myself. It's all yours, sister. Have at it.
You're welcome. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, don't mention it. Use that freedom in any way you like.
When they say you deserve better than me, you deserve more than I can give you, you deserve more. When they say that to you, it is not them being the noble person. They are actually being a coward, because what that is bullshit. When someone says to you, I'm leaving you because you deserve better than me, I can't give you what you deserve, they're being a coward.
Wrong! Well, looks like you failed bronies back in high school, so allow me to translate. When a man says you deserve better, what he's trying to say is, listen babe, you provided me with some easy access to some bedroom strange. However, your incorrect assumption that we were becoming something more than just an exercise in the time-honored tradition known as bed warming, I have determined that being with you has somewhat become inconvenient, and I would rather be on my own than have to deal with your stench. The bedroom fund served its purpose, but you are no longer of any use to me. However, I will tell you something different because by telling you what I assume you want to hear, I'm going to avoid any confrontation because I just don't have the time for it. And even if you take offense to this sentiment, I couldn't care less. I'm blocking you and moving on with my life. Have a good one, or don't. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna go over to Skeeter's house and build a massive cup pyramid and then have a Nerf blaster fight around it. I'll call you in 6 months when I'm ready to sleep with you again. On a scale of 1 to 10, how close am I?
Because probably what you've been asking for is for them to step it up in their communication, to be able to emotionally regulate, to do the work on themselves, to be able to handle conversations that might be uncomfortable. You might have been asking them to stop cheating, to stop being an addict, to change in ways that actually make them a healthy partner for you. You've been asking for that. And instead of actually being a courageous person and saying, absolutely, I will do the work on myself and I will do whatever it takes to be the partner you deserve, they're just saying, you deserve better than what I can give you. See you later. Bye.
Emotional, damn it!
Alright, woman, let's go ahead and back up a second here. Now, I have my doubts that the man with which you are referring was some sort of an addict, because if that was the case, there would be significantly more emotion behind those words. And if that guy was constantly cheating on you, then you wouldn't be calling him a coward, you'd be rather furious with him. No, when that man says that you deserve better, he's actually not talking about you. That man is referring to himself, sweetheart. He is telling you that he deserves a person who's actually going to treat him with respect and not expect him to magically change everything about himself in order to be with an aged-out, crusty old hag with delusions of grandeur. And if we're being perfectly honest, the man actually does deserve better than you.
And they're out the door. That is a cowardly move, because of course they could. If they wanted to, they could do the work to heal. They could work on their trauma. They could work on their shit to be who you deserve. But they don't want to, and they're too scared to do it. So they'd rather take the easy road out and exit out the back door and see you later. Hope you find somebody else. So when someone says that to you, don't see it as like, oh, they're being so noble and considerate. They're not. They're handing you a bunch of bullshit.
Who's the bigger coward here, lady? The man who can't be bothered to call you out on your faults, or the woman who thinks the mature thing to do after getting dumped is a pathetic attempt to emasculate a man who couldn't care less about what you think? Everybody has some form of baggage, but you're implying that the men you want are packed down with so much trauma that they need to heal in order to put up with you. Which makes no sense when you consider that you straight up demand a man have his crap together before he even walks into your front door for a cheap one-night stand. Odds are, those men were perfectly fine. They were just done with you. So this begs the question, why aren't you working on your issues and becoming the kind of woman a man deserves? And the answer to that is simple. To work on yourself would mean you'd have to accept that you're less than perfect. And that idea terrifies you. So naturally, not only are you a coward, you're also a profoundly lazy coward.
Congratulations!
Okay, I'm going on a blind date tonight. All I know is his name. It's not a normal blind date though. We're gonna be handcuffed to each other for the whole entire night. I'm gonna take ashwagandha. This is my outfit. No clue what I'm getting myself into. My friend set us up and I'm trusting that she knows what I like. Now this isn't gonna be the biggest prank of the whole entire world. But if I handcuff to the left side, then I can use my right hand. Also, this is my good side.
Great plan.
Thank you.
He likes your plan, Chief.
Maybe this is just the intergalactic bounty hunter in me, but it sounds like this broad has some outstanding warrants, and the dude she's been set up with on that blind date is a fellow bounty hunter. She does strike me as the type of broad who has a minimum of 500 unpaid parking tickets with a penchant for shoplifting. Now, I'm not saying that anybody should be trying to take this broad in to answer for her crimes. Oh, God, no. I may be crazy enough to take on some of the most wretched scum the intergalactic criminal space court has to offer, but even I won't handcuff myself to a modern woman. I'm pretty sure that's punishment for petty larceny in Estonia. So maybe I was a little too hasty in my assessment of the situation, so now I'm convinced the guy in question is either a masochist or he's trying to make a name for himself as a real-life slasher. Either way, this just seems like a terrible idea all the way around. Hey, this is a modern woman we're talking about here. Her brain cell count matches her shoe size, and yes, that is an extremely generous compliment.
That's funny because it's so true.
I always get a
kick when the males use single mom as an insult, because what do you mean? You mean how I am supporting 2 kids, a dog, and myself on 1 income? In this economy? You mean how I still look like this after having 2 children? You mean how I stay on top of everything? I work a full-time job, I have 2 side businesses, I maintain a home, I cook most of our meals, our fridge is always stocked, our bills are always paid, I always get the girls to their activities, I'm very involved with their school, I maintain my fitness and health, I get enough sleep, I have time for my friends, I have time to travel with my kids, and I have time to read. You mean to tell me that I'm doing all of that while you're leaving hate comments on the internet and it's an insult?
No,
Idiots! It's simple!
When a man refers to you as a single mom, he's pretty much saying that regardless of whatever bare minimum standards you try to claim are flexes, you're pretty much a human life failure. Single moms love to try and brag about how great they are, but let's be honest here. 80% of single moms are single by choice, meaning that you were married but initiated divorces for petty reasons, which means the reason why you're able to make all of these pointless flexes is because you're getting alimony and child support. Trust me, sister, if you weren't getting the financial backing from your ex-husband, you'd be endlessly complaining about how hard it is to be a single mom. Nobody cares what you do with your time. It's your annoying sense of entitled self-superiority you tout over every man around you. You fit the stereotype to a T, woman, and if the shoe fits, you're gonna have to wear it. Even with the receipt,
Really? Because, I don't know about you, but I am the hottest, healthiest, and wealthiest I've ever been without a man. So really that's an insult to you, isn't it? That you're not on my level. You could not do half of what I do every single day even once. There's no way. There's no way. So the next time you want to use single mom, single mother as an insult, please remember what single mothers are actually doing and see if you measure up, because I would be willing to bet my house that you do not.
It's free real estate.
Oh, quick, calling all single dads. Get in on this action. This woman is literally betting every single thing she has because she assumes that you don't do half what she does. Gentlemen and gents, this is easy money. Just ask any single dad and they'll tell you that they work a full-time job, keep the fridge fully stocked, get the kids to their activities, as well as be an attentive parent to their child, and they do all of it without feeling the need to brag or feel the need to get triggered by a 2-word statement in their comments section. So you better leave your contact information out there and best start apartment hunting, sweetheart, because you're going to need to sign over that title deed quickly and get your wiring info together, because you are about to learn an incredibly important rule about men, sister, and that rule is you never cut a check with your mouth that you're not willing to cash with your ass. Want to take a second to give a personal shout out to Mark Berry, the newest member of the Bounty Board. Welcome aboard, good sir. Thank you for your support of the channel. And of course, thank you to the other members of the Bounty Board for your continued support. Your contributions are making a world of difference. Thank you so much once again. All hail. And if you're interested in checking out some exclusive content, getting a personalized shout out, as well as a permanent producer credit for this show, check out the Bounty Board over on Patreon, where all of that can be achieved for the low price of $5 a month. And of course, you can support the channel by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, sharing this video, and leaving comments. Everything you do helps to give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you once again for checking out the new video, gentlemen and gents, and until next time, peace out, homies.